Hello, everyone. I'm back with another podcast review, and today I'm going to review the latest episode of Basketball Wives, Season 11, Episode 21, titled Once a Cheater, Always a Cheater. Before I get started with this review, I want you guys to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also go to the description box below this video. You'll see links to my social media for you to follow. So go to my description box below this video so that you can follow me on all of my social medias. This review is going to center around the highlights that took place during this episode. So if I feel as though a particular scene wasn't a highlight or if it wasn't a major part of the storyline, then I'm not going to spend too much time on speaking on about that scene, or I'm not going to talk about the scene at all. This episode starts off with Jennifer and Evelyn. They meet and they're sit down and they have a conversation. And Jen feels bad about Christian, who is her fiance that owes over $250,000 in restitution charges. The simple fact that her fiance owes that amount, owes that much money in restitution charges, it makes Evelyn question some things. They talk about what happened at Shaunie's Ponderosa, Shaunie's gathering in the previous episode. And Jennifer wants to know why Jackie was talking about her nudes and why she sent her nudes to Sunday. There's parts of Jackie that Evelyn misses about her. Like she misses like the kooky, crazy, funny Jackie. And and we see in the preview for next episode, it looks like Evelyn and Jackie are going to make amends. Jacille and her fiance and Jacille's son meet, and Jacille, she's nervous. She's not nervous to get married. She's just nervous. And she's proud of her fiance, Natasha, because Natasha recently won MVP overseas. Apparently, Brooke is having a divorce party. Evelyn, Brandy, Jen, Jacille, and Shaunie, who is Brooke's sister-in-law, they all meet and they start talking about Kevin. And Brandy doesn't like the idea of Brooke getting married to Kevin this year. She thinks that they're moving too fast. Evelyn doesn't like the comments that Brandy's making about Kevin and Brooke's relationship, and she thinks that Brandy should mind her business. Brandy thinks that she's saying what everyone else is thinking. She just thinks that everyone is being quiet about how they feel about Brooke and Kevin's relationship because they're all scared of Brooke. But Brandy is not scared of Brooke. Brooke's mom and Brooke's mom's friend shows up, and Brooke's mom likes Kevin. She says it's not up for them to question if whether or not they're moving too fast, because when you know, you just know. But the problem with Kevin is that he hasn't really been showing up to anything that Brooke has invited him to. He did show up to the 80s and 90s the 80s 90s party that Brooke's family was hosting on one of the previous episodes, but he hasn't been showing up to things. Like, for instance, later on during this episode, when Shaunie was supposed to be going house hunting with Brooke and Kevin didn't show up to that. It was just, and since Kevin wasn't going to go to the house hunting with Brooke took her mom. And the house that Shaunie was showing looked very nice. I'm pretty sure it was really expensive. But I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that scene a little bit later on during this review. Jacille pulls Brooke to the side during her divorce party, and she asks if Brooke can officiate her wedding. And some of Jacille's family can't be at the wedding, so she sees Brooke as family. So why not ask someone that you see as family to officiate the wedding? Jen FaceTimes one of her movie producers, and she's not comfortable with where the movie is right now. So she wants to put a pause on the movie. There was supposed to be like this big movie screening that Jen was going to have for the movie, but because the movie's not where she wants it to be, she's putting a pause on the movie for now. Let's see. Yeah, Brooke and her mom show up to one of the houses that Shaunie is wanting to show them, and Kevin isn't there. And it's revealed during this episode, during one of the flashback scenes, that Kevin hasn't been showing up to a lot of things that Brooke has been inviting him to. Like they were supposed to go on a date at a taco shop at some taco restaurant, and he didn't show up to it. He sent her a text saying, "Hey, sorry, I can't make it." So I agree with Brandy when I feel as though was moving too fast, because Kevin doesn't seem to be showing up to a lot of things, so he doesn't really seem to be as committed to the relationship as Brooke is committed to the relationship. Now let's see what else happened. Giselle and Natasha, they tour the wedding venue. What else happened during this episode? Brandy and Brooke, they meet, and Kevin and Brooke, Brooke lets Brandy know that her and Kevin broke up over the phone, and Brandy is not surprised. And I believe, and based on Brandy's reaction, I think that Brandy is actually glad to hear that. Brooke thinks that she thinks that her and Kevin are a great match, and if its timing is right at another time, and if it's meant to happen, it will happen. Brandy thinks that it's good for her to slow down, but Brooke said, and Brooke, after Brandy said that she thinks that it's good for her to slow down, Brooke was like, well, you said you also thought I should stay with my cheating ass husband. And then that's when Brandy was like, just because, and I'm paraphrasing, just because someone cheats on you one time doesn't mean that they're always going to cheat on you. And then that's when Brooke doesn't believe that. She thinks that if you're once a cheater, you're always a cheater. And and then Brandy was like, so do you think that Jason is cheating on me? And then that's when Brooke took a while to respond, but you can tell by her facial expression, she was like, well, maybe. But she said that, but instead Brooke was like, I hope not. And after this scene, Shaunie and Jackie, they have a sit down, they meet, and I'm surprised that they added Jackie to this I'm surprised that Jackie had a scene this episode, because based on the preview that we got last week for this episode, there were no scenes of Jackie in it. So I was surprised that they included Jackie in this episode. And I'm thinking that it's a situation where a lot of the girls are banding to not film with Jackie to get her put off the show. And but based on, Jackie's track record, and she's been on this show for a long time, the producers know that, Jackie is Basketball Wives. She's been here since season 1 of Basketball Wives LA, and she's one of the most liked, well, I won't say one of the most liked, she's one of the most, I don't know what to call it, but without Jackie, there is no show. Because even when the scenes when Jackie's not in it, the women are still talking about her, so they need her for a storyline. Well, I'm not going to say that all the cast members need Jackie for a storyline, but it seems like that when Jackie is not when Jackie is not there and they're talking about her, it gives Jackie a storyline, and it gives them a storyline also when they're talking about Jackie when they're not there. So the producers know that they need Jackie for the show. Without Jackie, the show is not going to be as entertaining. But Shaunie and Jackie, they meet, they rehash what happened at Shaunie's gathering, and Shaunie understands that Jackie was venting to someone that she trusted, she understands that Jackie was just venting to someone that she trusted when she was speaking negatively about her castmates to Sunday. But Shaunie wants Jackie next time, anytime she hears something negative about, anytime Jackie hears that Shaunie might have done something or said something behind her back, Shaunie wants Jackie to call her to speak to her about it so that they can have some sort of understanding. It's Giselle's wedding day, and Brooke sends Giselle a collage of videos from her family and friends congratulating her on her wedding. The women arrived. The women that was invited to Giselle's wedding that arrived were Evelyn, Brandy, Brooke, and Jennifer. I don't think Shanti was there, but Brooke hopes that Brandy minds her business and because when Brandy arrives, Brooke is not happy to see her, and Brooke is just hoping that Brandy, minds her business and doesn't start, talking about the things that they were talking about when they had a sit down earlier on during the episode. The women are sitting down, and Evelyn says one wedding down and 2 more to go. And Brandy was like, wait, 2? And Evelyn points to Jen and Brooke. And then Brandy was like, oh, I'm not going to get into that again. And then Brooke was like, what was that? And then Brandy was like, "We're not going to have a round two." And then that's when Brooke got up from the table, she starts talking to Brooke. No, not Brooke. When Brooke got up from the table, Brandy starts talking to Jennifer about everything that was discussed at the sit down between her and Brooke, and she starts telling Jennifer, she starts filling Jennifer in on the relationship status between Brooke and Kevin. So Evelyn gets up from the table and she goes to Brooke and she starts telling Brooke about everything that Brandy is saying. And Brooke doesn't appreciate that, but she doesn't want to confront Brandy right now because it's Giselle's special day and she doesn't want to ruin Giselle's she doesn't want to ruin Giselle's special day. So Brooke gets her stuff and leaves. Before she leaves, she talks to Giselle. She thanks Giselle for allowing her to officiate her wedding. And she also hugs Jennifer and hugs Evelyn, but she doesn't hug Brandy. Evelyn tells Brandy that she told Brooke everything that she told. Evelyn told Brandy that she told Brooke everything that Brandy was saying about her when she got up from the table. Everything that Brandy was saying about Brooke when she got up from the table. And Brandy thinks that Evelyn just needs to mind her business. The wedding was nice. It was a nice small wedding. It wasn't anything extravagant, but I didn't think that it needed to be. It wasn't a lot of highlights that took place during this episode. Well, I take that back when I say I don't think that this wedding needed to be extravagant, but I think that it was a nice, small, intimate wedding. I didn't mean to say it didn't need to be extravagant, or I didn't mean to say I didn't think that it. You guys get what I'm saying. But anyway, that's all that pretty much happened this episode. I give this episode a rating of 6 out of 10. I believe if Jackie had more scenes, it would have probably been a little bit more highlights than it was. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this review. Make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also, like I said earlier, go to the description box below this video to check out my social media handles. Make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms, on my Instagram, on my Twitter. Not Twitter, on my X account, and also check out my book Wicked Mystery on Wattpad. I have a self-published book called Wicked Mystery on Wattpad. Also, make sure to leave comments in the comment section below about how you felt about tonight's episode. Thank you guys for tuning into this review. You have a good one. Bye-bye.